What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tay Day all day, back again with another episode. Y'all know how it is. Your boy Tay. Today is just gonna be a good conversation day. I also got some good news, but at the same time, I want to talk about that good news. So, about 2 to 3 months ago, we lost a cat. My girlfriend loves cats. Definitely a lot. She just loves them a lot. Anyway, we have 2 cats. One of them disappeared. So, and it was probably my fault because she likes to let them out. And it was nighttime, and I let one of them out, or I let both of them out, and she had to go to a soccer game. Now I'm outside. They're running around, do it. It's not their first time. They do it several times. They go outside within our gate area. One of them loves to climb, so she'll go out a little bit further in our gate area and just kind of snoop around. Then they'll both come back in. Now, the one that rarely goes outside, she'll go outside for a little bit and come back in. She's the one that actually ended up getting locked out without knowing, because I thought I'd seen her inside. She happened to not be inside, and boom, we waited a couple days to see we looked around. She just wasn't there. So, fast forward. 2 and a half months later, which is today, my girlfriend happens to go out and run, and on her run, she found her cat. Now, she goes for runs every week, a couple times, 2 or 3 times a week. She also plays soccer and works out, so she does several different things, but today just happened to be the day where she was able to spot her cat. Now, she's been putting up posters, posting online, worried sick about her cat, never gave up about it. So she did her thing, and now her cat has returned to her. Now when she returned her, of course, she's bawling. She brings her home, she's bawling. And I'm happy with joy, because I had that guilt on my shoulders that, I fucked up. So as far as that goes, I'm saying I'm really happy that she's there. And I thought she was crying in tears that she's found her. Tears of joy. But she was actually crying because she thought maybe she's dying, maybe she's hurt, and she needed to take her immediately to a vet. Now, anybody, logically speaking, cats are independent animals. That's why they're able to live on their own. They can be by themselves, and they can travel as far as they need to be, and they find their own food. Now, in this situation, you got a cat that actually she found her on the streets and picked her up and took her in and homed her. Then, this is the second incident where she's actually out on the streets. And she survived. We had 2 winter storms in these last couple months, and she was able to survive those 2 winter storms. That's amazing. So that cat is very, very unique, because she did not have a home. She was not staying in one spot. She was moving around, lost, and doing her thing. So I think that makes that cat so amazing. And I was happy to see her, but my girlfriend was not. And I don't understand why it has to be so much. I can understand the mix of emotions, definitely. She's gone so long. She thought she could have been dead because of all this. We had all these below freezing temperatures. We've had snow for a couple of weeks. I mean, there's been so many times, so many things going on that could have led to her death. But this cat came back. She was still moving around, still moving. So her being back, of course, she's don't have enough nutrients, so she was very skinny, deprived of the right foods, but she still remembered us, which I think is unique, and still was not frightened of us, was able to still remember her name and communicate and understand when we're communicating to her. Still the same cat, as in the loving cat she was before she disappeared. So I say all this to say my frustration is that my girlfriend has a hard time accepting that. Now, I told her, I understand that you probably in shock, so that's fine. But she wanted to corral the cat. She wanted to be there, walk like if she had a newborn baby. She needed to pick it up and carry it everywhere, do all that type of stuff. And I'm telling her, this cat, she remembers the couch. She tried to hop on the couch. Now she's malnutrition, so she wasn't able to completely get all the way on the couch like she usually would be able to. Cats got hops. So for her not to be able to jump on this couch was obvious an issue. So, I mean, just like any of the normal body, when you don't feed your body enough nutrients, your body feeds on your muscle. Now you're losing muscle mass. So that's what happened with this girl. But I was just very frustrated. And that's why I'm on here talking to you guys. It's based off of frustration. Everybody responds differently when it comes down to shock. But my girlfriend is known to always think negatively. She wanted to take her to immediately to urgent care, which it's not that she had cuts, bruises, like she's been in several cat fights. That's none of that. It just looks like she's been through the trenches. She didn't stink. She didn't look terrible. It's just she has lost a lot of weight. More weight than she needs, of course. But I wanted my girlfriend to understand. Give her a few days. She thought she broke something, but no, it wasn't. After checking her thoroughly, no. The cat's not walking around, yelling like crazy or not able to walk. If she couldn't walk, do you think that the cat would have tried to jump on the couch? You think the cat's going to be walking up our stairs? No. The cat's not going to want to move because it's hurt. But it's not because she's hurt. It's that she lacks muscle right now. She gets up. She walks around a little bit. She's tired. So the frustration of, my ultimate question about this is, how would you handle a situation like this? Because in my way, I think she should be happy, grateful, humble that over this amount of time, she kept believing in that cat. And I'll be the first to say, I was telling her she needs to start the process of moving forward. We went and got her another cat, a baby kitten, named it and everything. Been here for about a month or more. So I was telling her she needs to get past it and move forward. So we got another cat. We got her, she had two, and I told her, I said, hey, if your cat does not, if your cat happens to, die, it's okay. But I said, look, if the cat happens to come back, I told her that you'll have 3 cats. She always told me she wanted 3 cats. So I told her, if that cat comes back, then you have 3 cats. That you'll have what you wanted. But if it doesn't come back, at least you still have 2. Because there was no way for me. I'm a dog person, so it was no way for me. I said, hey, you're gonna have, if you're trying to get 3 cats, I have to have a dog before that happens. And she's like, no about dogs. Well, anyway, I wanna get that frustration out for me. And that's the reason why I want to talk about it, is that it's frustrating for me because I feel like she should have been happy and grateful that her cat's alive and still recognizes her and still able to move around and doesn't have injuries, instead of her worrying about how long the cat's been gone, what could the cat have been through, and just talking negatively about the situation at hand. I'm like, you should be happy. You should have tears of joy, not tears of concern and wanting to hover over her. And then she looked up. She was like, you're right. You don't need, the cat needs time. Give it time. I was like, of course. That's why I said, logically speaking, you have to think, if she's came back, she still recognizes you and everything. Let her breathe. She's here. Act like she never left. Of course, you're going to still be aware of her. You want to know if she's eating. You want to know those things. But you need to allow the cat the freedom so she can get back comfortable, because she's been in survival mode for months. If you got to think of it as a human being, if you're out in the wilderness and you have to do whatever it takes for you to survive, and you've lasted a couple months, and then you made it back to civilization, I don't think you want people to crowd you and ask you questions. How was it like? What was this? No. First thing you're gonna want is probably a warm meal. You're gonna want to know where you're gonna be staying at. So you're gonna want to be laying down in a warm bed. You're gonna want to feel the freedom, the relaxation of the mind, the lift off of your shoulders, and then try to gauge what's going on in the house now, today, and get back up to speed, because you've been out in the wilderness with no, none of that technology, none of this stuff. So you want to get back to what's going on, but you need your space to wrap around what's going on. And I know a cat may not have the intelligence of a human, but this is not, this isn't just, we're not just talking about humans, really, we're talking about instinct. Your instincts are telling you what? That you need to do this. This is what you want to do. This is what you want to believe in. So that's really what this is about. I want her to understand that. And I understand that we're all different. I understand. I've been dating her for 4 years. So I do understand that she is an emotional person. She's way more emotional than I am. So, in that fact, I have to give her time to do it, but I cannot be around her because I'm more of a logical thinking and she's not. We're two different people on that scale. So it frustrates me that she can't see the things that I'm saying. She has trouble moving forward and moving past things, because if she learned how to manage her worries, she would be able to better gauge what's going on.